How you going, guys? So today we've started the Gritstone trail, me and my dad. It's in the background over there. There he is. Basically the Gritstone trail is a hike from Kids Grove, where we've started, all the way to Disley. Works out about 36 miles, so we're gonna try and do that section over the next couple of days. We don't really know much about the trail, so we're just gonna kind of wing it as to where we're going to camp, but we do have all our gear with us, so it should be quite exciting trying to find places to stay the night, and there's some lovely views and stuff on the way. So we're going to get cracking on a nice canal, easy cruisy path at the moment, and it gets a little bit more exciting further down. So yeah, just show you some of the sights on the way, and come with us on a little adventure. So we've come off the canal now, just heading up through a village, and then we're going to get to the top of Mocop. Should get some nice views over Cheshire from up there. And I think there's some sort of old Roman monument or fort or something up there, so take a look at that when we get up there. So even though this is one of the shorter multi-day hikes I've done, it's still fairly challenging because the elevation is quite a hilly kind of hike. I don't think there's too much respite. You're either going up or you're going down. I think each day there's at least 2,000 foot of elevation on it. I think there's about 6,000 altogether on the whole trail. So over 2-3 days, that's quite a lot of climbing. We've just been up one of the hills now. Gradual, but it still gets you hot and bothered. So we just popped in at Mocop. It's a cool little site, nice little castle thing. I couldn't really find the history about it. There was a little plaque about some sort of meetings, religious meetings there, so it's a pretty cool little place. Worth a visit if you're around this way. So it feels a little bit weird to be so geared up to be doing a hike in Cheshire, because Cheshire's known as a pretty flat area, and as well it's pretty local to us, so a lot of the trails that we do, to be honest, we could do on a day hike, but I don't know, for some reason we just got in our heads to do the Gritstone trail back to our house. So we've started it in the Kids Grove end. So far the scenery looks very similar to what we see around our end as well, so not quite sure what to make of it so far. I'm pretty sure guaranteed that it's going to get better, because we know it goes through Teg's Nose and places like that, but so far a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest. And I definitely feel over geared compared to doing the Slate Trail and the West Highland Way, but hey, it's going to be a challenge anyway. It's going to be a bit of fun, and hopefully some nice pubs on the way as well.
With having hogs and it's sheep like that, they can stick that and do it.
So probably about 6 miles in. How are you feeling, Dad?
Backache.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I think it's the crap bag I give you.
Yeah, I've got to get it set up better, I think.
Yeah.
Pub stop, I'll sort it out.
Are you excited to be back on a multi-dayer?
It's going to be a bit anxious times trying to find somewhere to camp tonight, mind you.
You reckon?
Yeah. Some farmer with a big shotgun running after us.
Yeah, it seems pretty farmlandy or urban, doesn't it, this walk so far?
It does. I think stage 3, when we're out around the back of Lyme Park, it's a lot more moorlandy around there. I think we'll be okay around there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's all part of the adventure. So we're just going to a pub. I think we've made it just in time because Dad's flagging a little bit. His feet seem to be aching in his new boots, so he made a rookie mistake not wearing them in enough, I think. Hope this pub's open. It doesn't actually look open. Uh-oh.
His feet are bad.
Let's start that again. So we made it to a pub. Got no food.
Disaster.
No food. But it's open, so we've managed to get a beer and a bag of crisps. But Dad's not too happy, are you, Dad?
No.
So we're just heading up a hill called the Cloud right now. Should be some nice views from the top. Don't know what we're going to do for camping though. Yeah, we might have to get a bit creative. Yeah, it kind of looks a bit like a dog walker's paradise here. Go that way. The cloud's pretty nice. Nice sunset coming in behind me. It's pretty awesome views over Cheshire. I'll show you once I get to the tippy top. But yeah, this is the nicest bit of the trail so far. It's pretty. Oh, turtle. So we're kind of chasing daylight now. Just made it over the cloud, dropping down into hopefully some woods where we could kind of hide a little bit. Like I say, it's pretty farmlandy. I wouldn't say urban, but well, Cheshire around here. So there's not really a whole lot of wild camping options, but we're going to try and make do, see what we can do, and do our best because we don't really have any other choice really. We didn't beat daylight, ended up pitching up in the dark, but managed to get our tents up, hopefully in a secluded location, but you never know, might get caught out. But I don't think this trail's really designed for wild camping, but we're going to do it anyway. So yeah, this is where we ended up camping last night. It it's not actually too bad this morning. Nice view over this hill, nice sunrise coming up. It was cold last night though, pretty cold, and it's pretty damp in this field. Like there's a lot of dew on the tent and a lot of dew on the grass, so everything's going to be a bit wet. Hopefully we'll get time to like air dry it out further down the trail on our break, but yeah, it's pretty soaked, so I'm just going to give it a wipe down with my hand cloth and hope that that'll do some good. Anyway, we're going to pack up, get out of this farmer's field and get some breakfast further down the trail. Talk to you later. Dad's already done, look. All gone, all squared away. I ain't lying. Breakfast of champions. So it's a pretty lovely morning. Definitely tell that autumn's in the air though. Loads of dew on the ground. My boots are absolutely soaked from the grass, and the leaves are starting to come off the trees. It's got that kind of chilliness to it. It's just what happens when the seasons come round. I am going to miss summer though, but you got to embrace what you've got, don't you? And it's a lovely morning. So it's nice to get away from the sound of that traffic. All the first part of the trail, you're very aware that you're kind of pretty close to roads and buildings. This bit seems quite nice. It's going up through some fields, through woodland. There's only like a very faint sound of the road in the background, but you can't see it, you can't see the buildings, so that's quite nice. This is what I'm more kind of used to when I'm doing the multi-day hikes, getting out and away from all that. That's the point of a multi-day hike for me, getting away from civilization. And yeah, the first bit of the hike, you're very aware that you're very close to stuff, so I'm looking forward to this bit. It should be a little bit more interesting. So how was your sleep, Dad? Be honest. Rough.
Bit rough, not very flat ground. Kept sliding down the tent with my feet hanging out the bottom.
Yeah.
No, I didn't sleep very well.
Yeah, it was pretty noisy with the road and the cows.
Mooing all night long.
The cows were mooing all night long.
Critters in the trees.
Yeah, critters in the trees. Yeah, it didn't quite feel like we were away from stuff, did it?
No.
Felt like we were
It was
basically where we were, by a road and in someone's farm.
It was very much a panic.
Yeah, panic setup. Yeah, we lost daylight. So we made the best of a bad situation. Had a beer, had a pot noodle, went to bed. Hopefully we'll be a bit more prepared this evening. Point at.
Had a buzzard there flying around. I don't know if you can pick them up.
There they are. Nice. Good eye. Looks like we got a deer fence, which is funny because last night we saw some deers, so not doing a good job of keeping them in. So I've just stopped before Winkle Hill, making a bit of breakfast. Just gonna have a little bit of porridge, get some energy for the day, get a coffee as well. found a nice little bench with the map of the Gritstone trail on it, so I'll show you that as well in a minute. Yeah, looks like a pretty hilly day. I think it looks like we've got to go up Winkle Min, Crocker Hill, go down into Rasendale Brook, up and over Teg's Nose, and we're going to try and get past Teg's Nose today. Okay, so we started in Kid Grove, went over Mocop, that's where that castle was. Down there, Congleton Edge, Big Dup Valley, which was the flat traily bit, up over the cloud. We camped around about here. We've walked this morning and we're just going up here now. Just had breakfast, up to Winkle Min, Crocker Hill, which is one of the highest bits on this section, down into Raisinbrook, wherever that is, Teg's Nose Reservoir, Teg's Nose Summit, and we're hoping to get excuse me, the other side of Teg's Nose today. Camp around here. Then tomorrow, White Nancy, which is in Bollington, down here, then up here, Spons Hill, which is the highest one on the whole route, Bowstones, and then down into Lyme Park and finishing in Disley. I don't think that little bit of string is going to hold them back.
Wooden ones.
Yeah, this section of trail actually feels a lot more like the kind of stuff I usually do. Kind of a bit more remote, up on the tops, beautiful scenery all around, got views out to Shuttling Low, views out to the Roaches, views right over Cheshire. Just heading up to the communication tower that looks over Macclesfield Forest at the moment. So once we get up there, I reckon we'll have a little break, bimble on down. Hopefully the leather smithy's open. It's a bit hit and miss, that pub sometimes. We might end up not eating again, but hopefully it'll be open. It's a lovely pub right by the reservoir in Macclesfield Forest, and yeah, should be a nice little treat spot, because I think we've earned a treat. Some serious Stranger Things vibes going on here. Big old communication tower. I bet I've still not got any signal. No unauthorized people. The medikit's out. Why's the medikit out, Dad?
Because I'm suffering with blisters. Never suffered with blisters on my feet ever before. Must have them bloody new boots. Lesson to be learned. Don't use new boots. Oh, that's better.
So we just popped in at the Riley's Arms, had some decent food. I think Dad's a little bit happier now he's had a couple of beers and some hot food. I am too, to be fair. And yeah, now we're just walking over a little hill, drop us down into Mark Foresty area, then up Teg's Nose, hopefully carry on past that, and hopefully find a better camping spot than we did last night, because yeah, don't want to be in the situation we were last night where we're setting up in the dark. It's not ideal. Anyway, let's crack on, eh? So it has been forecast rain. It's just started raining a little bit. It's kind of like drizzle at the moment. It's not too bad. It kind of cools you down a bit. If it starts getting in heavier, I've put my wets on, I reckon. Just climbing Teg's Nose now. It's by far the steepest climb on the trip so far. Yeah, it's just pretty straight up, to be fair. There's some steps, and even they're a bit steep as well. But yeah, well, you know, it's a day walk really, but like when you got like a bit of weight on your back, it becomes a little bit more challenging, doesn't it?
I can't sit still.
So the back half of yesterday was pretty rough. It absolutely slashed it down on us all evening. Managed to get the tents up in the rain on a pretty precarious place. I mean, luckily the rain kept people away, but it's a pretty busy place here. You could hear joggers running past all night. But yeah, managed to get the tents up. They're absolutely soaked. Like, obviously it rained all last night, and then like it's pretty misty and the dew's all on it, so luckily I can just throw it all in the bag today and deal with it when I get home. But everything's absolutely soaked. Not the best night's sleep either, so we're just gonna pack up the stuff, get it all put away. I need to go look for my own water bottle because I think that fell out of my bag further down the hill, so that'll be a fun little adventure. I'm a fucking idiot. Pretty pleased I found the water bottle. They're expensive, them things. I think it was like 30 odd quid for a water bottle with a little filter in it, so glad I found it. Don't have to buy another one now. Yeah, bit of a walk back up the hill now, and then we'll get back on track. So there's still quite a few big climbs left on this walk yet, and it's only really 8 miles until we finish, but I think most of it is pretty climby. The thing with this trail is it's like a lot of little hills all in a row, so it's just up and down all day. That's the thing with it, and that's why it's quite a lot of elevation for such a short walk on it as well. So yeah, keep plodding on, got all day. Yeah, see where we get to.
going out and look at you?
Nah. So it's a really beautiful day today. Lovely blue skies everywhere. Lovely way to finish the walk. We've only got really kind of one more hill to go, I reckon. Just up and over down into Lime Park. Lime Park is pretty famous. There's a nice country house there which they used to film Pride and Prejudice with Hugh Grant, maybe Hugh Grant. Anyway, Mr. Darcy and all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice little place. Nice big lawn areas and ponds and stuff. So it'll be cool to show that off a bit. So we're just dropping down through the woods to Lime Park now. Probably going to get a nice ice cream at the bottom because they do really nice ice cream from what I remember. So we're just coming towards the end of the Gritstone trail now. Just headed into Disley. Just passed through Lime Park, past the beautiful country house there and stuff. I just wanted to share with you the thoughts on the Gritstone trail. Well, first day, it felt very familiar, very similar to what's around my way in Hyde, so it didn't really blow me away. But I suppose if you're from out of the area, like, it'd be all new to you. So that day was a little bit disappointing for me. The cloud was really nice and seeing the castle was really nice. Second day was my favourite day, to be honest. Cutting round over the tops, over past the communication aerial and into Macclesfield Forest, Teg's Nose, all that kind of area. That kind of did feel like the usual multi-day kind of hike kind of thing that I usually do. And today's been really nice as well. Really beautiful day, sunny day. And dropping into Lime Park's been really nice as well. In terms of the facilities on the trail, we did struggle with like facilities, to be honest. There weren't any camping sites that we could find anyway. Pubs were pretty few and far between. We did find a really good one though around the back of Macclesfield Forest, the Riley's Arms. Delicious food there. I think that's one that I'll definitely be going back to. And if you're thinking of wild camping it, I think you might struggle. It's just so hilly that it's very hard to find a flat spot, and even though it is going through very like beautiful areas, they are kind of quite high populated areas. They are kind of like spots, especially like the Cloud and White Nancy, places where you get a lot of dog walkers and people jogging till late at night. So like if you try to walk camp on there, you're probably going to get spotted. But in general, like, it's not been the most exciting hike we've ever done, but it's definitely worth a shot if it's something that you've been thinking about doing. Go on then, Dad, what were your thoughts on the trail?
It was interesting. Very similar kind of countryside to what we used to walking in on our local stuff though. But the best bit was in the middle, between Teg's Nose and here really. It was Bollington, Pot Strigley. It was just hill after hill after hill after hill. But the scenery was really nice. Hard going though.
Yeah. What did you think of the camping situation?
Grim.
Grim.
Yeah, I think if we hadn't have got caught in the rain, I think where we camped last night, I liked it. It was a decent pitch for me. But we were putting up in the rain after being
rushed
soaked,
it.
after being soaked for hours. So
Yeah.
rushed it.
We weren't very sociable last night,
No,
was it?
No, and just wild camping in general, it's not designed for it. This trail.
Yeah.
There's no options to do it comfortably anyway.
Yeah.
You're always on edge, thinking you're going to be found out or caught.
Yeah.
But it was worth doing. We've done it.
Yeah. Good way of putting it, Dad. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, get out,